Oh, folks, and welcome back to Four Corners of the Galley. I'm your host, PBO, and with me as always, Mr. RG. And what are we hitting them with today?
We're here with episode 2 of Attack of the Clones.
That's right, we're back in our Star Wars special. We're recapping all 7 episodes plus Rogue One. We've done 1, now we're on to 2. That's Attack of the Clones.
More like Attack of the CGI.
Okay, Attack of the CGI.
Hit him with
Well, obviously it's an improvement from 1, but like you said,
not a lot.
The CGI is pretty. This is the movie where George Lucas got to really.
This is a movie where George Lucas realized green screen became a thing.
Yeah, the technology that he wished he could have used on the original trilogy, which probably would have ruined a lot of
it ruined some of the redo he did of it.
Yeah, well, the worst. I mean, he absolutely murders episode 4, A New Hope. He just kills.
Yeah, he just puts too much
jumble.
Yeah,
he actually doesn't go crazy on Empire Strikes Back because he realizes that's a masterpiece. So he
only does one scene for a 6, but it's a terrible.
It's a horrible scene he puts in there. Has to put a dance number. I mean, he just fell in love with the whole kid musical thing. I don't know. Alright, so in this one, he does hit you with a ton of CGI, but we catch up with Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's 10 years later, right?
It's a fast forward, yeah.
It's a fast forward. Is it 10 years?
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say. It's like 8 to 10 years.
They say it for one line, nobody cares.
Yeah, and Anakin's now basically a full-grown teenager, and we get the introduction of Mr. Christian Hayden, who joins the Star Wars world, and then we get Ewan McGregor older and is a wiser Obi-Wan who's now training his Padawan.
Yep.
And you get a cool little reopening scene with them, and they're talking about their adventures. I think that's some of my favorite thing about this, when they're talking about the adventures they've gone on. And you could picture in the mind some of the events that are happening. I wish they would have had a couple more scenes where we talk about adventures instead of doing the politics stuff.
Or you can watch Star Wars Clone Wars on Netflix before it gets removed.
Please
watch it. Please support it.
Or pick it up. Yeah, Clone Wars.
Because it is a very good show.
You get to see all that, so that's very true. But then you get to reintroduce to now Senator Amidala, right?
Senator Amidala. So the events that we skimmed over in our last part was Senator Palpatine became Chancellor Palpatine, which is the leader of the Senate, and then Queen Amidala became Senator Amidala, and that's where it is right now.
She's moved up in rank, and so she's now on Coruscant, and they're all in council, and the whole thing is politics. It's politics.
The first half of this movie is politics.
It's politics, but you get kind of wrapped into this mystery that they kind of take you on, and it's more of like it's kind of a chase mystery movie is what he's trying to do.
Slash romance,
because he's got these bounty hunters, basically. The bounty hunter puts out a hit, tries to kill Senator Amidala. They ford it. They go on this little chase run. They have this whole chase, and then that's when they separate. So you get Obi-Wan going to the planet of Kamino, looking for the cloners, and then you got Anakin and Amidala going off to the Naboo because he's protecting her, and that's when their romance and love starts.
Cheesy romance,
and it's bad. I don't know. The chemistry doesn't seem there. They don't seem. It's really bad.
They're both good actors.
Yeah.
They're both good actors, just bad writing.
Just bad. It's just bad. Then the good part is you get this really cool Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Jango Fett, Boba Fett's son, where you find out Father. Yeah, where you find out that they used Jango Fett basically to clone him and make this huge army of the clones. And that's what creates the Clone Wars, which you only hear about in A New Hope, in episode 4, when Luke goes, "You fought in the Clone Wars?" And he's talking to Obi-Wan. It's a great little moment. It's a great callback. And this is where you find out, this is the beginning of the Stormtroopers, which are the clone troopers at this time.
Yeah. So, after that, a little time passes, and then Obi-Wan figures out that Jango Fett is working for an enemy of the Jedi, Count Dooku, who has been working with the Separatists, who are the enemies of the Republic right now, and trying to destroy them, really.
Yeah, it's just huge political moment.
A lot of politics.
It's a lot of politics, and it's all meshes together. But what you do get come out of it is you get this amazing Jedi battle.
So, let's say near the third quarter of the movie.
The third act.
The third act.
Third quarter.
Whatever. The third act. Amidala and Anakin, go to Geonosis, which Obi-Wan was captured on the planet. The whole thing, he chased after Jango Fett.
It's a chase movie.
It's a chase movie
the whole time.
And then they get captured later on, and then they goes into this big arena, which is really dope. That entire scene with the monsters trying to execute them was a good scene. The scene after that was probably one of the best scenes.
Yeah,
in the entire prequel.
You get Jedi's. I mean, all the Jedi show up. Mace Windu shows up.
All the Jedi show up.
And they just start kicking butt in the middle of the arena, going against the droids. And it's an amazing scene. You get this great Mace Windu killing of Jango Fett. I mean, that thing was awesome. I mean, it's a great scene. And then it just leads into some of the most...
We call this CGI.
The ridiculous,
All you see is green.
Yeah, you just... It's all in the computer graphics.
It's all computer graphics.
Yeah. But I will admit, I mean, as much as I love this movie, and I get excited about the whole Yoda scene, it is a little cheesy when I think about it. I do like that I get to see Yoda fight against Dooku, and they use the whole thing. Anakin rushing in, getting his arm cut off, which completes the circle of every, second movie, somebody losing an arm. So maybe Last Jedi, somebody losing an arm.
No, too predictable.
It could happen. Rain is a true Star Wars nerd.
Too predictable.
He might rock it off, but. I mean, it's got some great battles, but overall, it's just a bunch of mumble jumble. And basically, the conclusion is you get the movie ends in the heart of the Clone Wars. It is literally the heart of the Clone Wars.
Beginning.
The beginning of the Clone Wars, and they are going to war.
And they skip over everything.
Yeah, and they just skip over everything.
Which the TV show, the Clone Wars TV shows does go over, but I was...
it's not like it.
Which it goes over, but it was too late after that.
Yeah, I mean, it...
What would be your rating of this episode 2?
It's much better. So I think I give it a 2.5 out of 5.
I completely agree. 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. It's got good qualities, but stuff that just still drags you.
It drags. The first half is all polished.
And let's just admit to this point. When this one comes out, you're really hyped. All right, the first one was a little rough.
We'll fix it.
We'll fix it. And then you get to this one, you're just like, all right, I don't know.
Now, luckily, the third one does fix a lot of mistakes. And it does do good. It's not a bad movie. It's a very average movie.
Yeah, it's an average movie, but it's got great moments in it. But it's
just the first C word.
Yeah, and they're all bogged down in this huge... He just had this huge political war he wanted to have, and he wanted to make sure we saw that, but not see the Clone Wars or some of the cool battles he could have set up. With all this CGI he was invested in, he could have just done cool little pocket battles we could have just saw a little more of. Like that great Wookiee battle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's frustrating. All right. Where you go?
That's why Emperor Palpatine got rid of the entire politics.
Yeah.
In episode 4.
Yeah.
If you get that reference, good on you.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get to that too.
Okay.
All right, folks. Well, that's it. That's episode 2 of Star Wars Recap, the Clone Wars. We'd like to thank
Attack of the Clones.
I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. We're just calling it what we want to now. Yeah. So we'd like to thank you for joining us on this one. We're going to hit you with 3 coming up real soon. And after that, we're going to hit you with the Rouge One special.
Which is, honestly.
It's just a great movie. We'll get there. But yeah. So until then, folks, I'd like to say, good night, Ted.
See you next time.